water. You know that?
I didn't know that, but he better go.
But it was so funny. The cat, I don't want to mess the cameraman, but the cat would try to get your water, and your little dog hit the cat, get the cat to go. I wish I had videotaped that, but we were doing a little interview earlier. Okay. Lady Oshun.
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm wonderful, thank you.
Now here in Chicago, people also know you as Mama Lopez.
Absolutely. Reverend Lopez, Mama Lopez, Lady Oshun, Obomushu. I have many names.
Folks got mad. I seen folks. They used to send me YouTube messages saying, "How could Mama Lopez? How could she gonna call herself Lady Oshun? What's that all about? Who gave her the? Who anointed her?"
The Babalawo who initiated me as an Ifa priestess gave me that name. If they knew anything about spirituality, they would know that you're never supposed to let anyone know your correct name, your birth date, or many other pertinent information. So the general name, as opposed to giving you my complete spiritual name, he named me Lady Oshun.
Lady Oshun, there you go. We talked earlier about using... We talking about, I don't want to use the term, it's the only thing I can think of is the weapons of the spirit. Are we is there a spiritual war going on in the planet?
Absolutely. There's a spiritual war going on not only in the planet, in the universe, in the galaxy, but the main spiritual warfare is going on within us, between our higher self and our lower self, which has always been. But if you could, you know, what I teach in my teaching center is that if you can master your breath, you can master your thoughts. If you master your thought, you can master your life. I notice that people who are highly excitable, people who are always in a conflict and who are always, you know, involved in some drama and who are always at odds, and you know, they have that term, they don't have friends anymore, or associates, they have frenemies. You know, they always seem to be separating themselves from other parts of life. That's the warfare right there. Separating yourself, living in a consciousness of duality, not recognizing your oneness with all of life. And once we begin to recognize our oneness with all of life, we'll calm down. We'll be able to live in harmony with ourselves. We'll be able to live in harmony with humanity, with our, you know, in Native American tradition, you know, we have what we call our two-legged family, which is humanity. We have our four-legged family, which is the animals that walk the earth. We have our one-legged family, which is the plants and the trees. We are one with all of life, and we must remember to honor all of life. And the same energy that's within me is within everything. And I must recognize that energy in myself before I can recognize and honor it in someone else.
I was raised in Sunday school. I was sent to Sunday school many times, and sorry, I hit the camera there. I'm sorry that I don't really attend church anymore because as a kid, I didn't like it. It didn't make sense to me. I was on well, you don't say I was on another level. Mm-hmm. But it's a lot of children today are not even my children and my teenagers. I did not send them to church. Mm-hmm. A lot of us who are not raised in a religious institution or a religious context. Do you think a lot of the drama in America, even the South Side of Chicago, is because they don't have a lot of us don't have no spiritual foundation whatsoever?
I like the way you term that. Because those are two different things, religion and spiritual concepts.
Yeah, because when I'm saying people moving away from religion.
Absolutely.
And they're becoming more spiritual.
As well.
It's growing and growing and growing. And that's not to put down organized religion, per se. But I'm saying it's growing, but there's a gap right now. There's a lot of children in this neighborhood and across America who don't have any spiritual foundation.
They have no principles. They have not been taught. They have not been taught integrity. They have no morals. Simply because those that back in the day they used to say you ain't got no home training. So these kids don't have any home training. They have not been taught to respect themselves. You know, do you remember that song? Was it Rufus and
Chaka Khan?
Respect Yourself? You know,
that was
not
staple singers.
yeah. You know, they don't have any respect for themselves. So it's hard for them to recognize the deity within anybody else. So if you cannot teach what you don't know. The best example that we can set for our children is to be that which we want them to be. Because children emulate what they see. Even with the best parenting, and believe me, I had the best parenting one could ever hope to perpetrate upon a child, and I did what I wanted to do.
You still did what you wanted to do.
I still did what I wanted to do. I was determined to do whatever you told me don't do, I was determined to do it.
Lady, you're sure you wasn't a wild child, was you?
Baby, yes.
You got some stories you want to tell?
No, everybody's not dead yet. I'm going to write my memoirs once everybody's dead. But now, children don't have any parenting. They don't have any, the parents are so upset. They're so wrapped up in what they perceive to be going on around them. You know, there's a scripture that I like. It says, choose you this day whom you will serve. You have to make a choice every day. Are you going to be knocked off your square and allow what appears to be to determine how you respond to life, or are you going to set into motion that which you want to experience and show your children how to set into motion what they want to experience? It's a sad, sad situation, but we know that at the center of all things there is divine order. First thing I do in the morning when I get up, there's a decree that I say for divine order. I invoke divine order in my life and in my home, my family, my business affairs, and invoke divine order into the lives of all humanity. It may not look like it's working, but it is working, and it's building up. The momentum is building up. God's will is going to be done on earth. You don't have to love Jesus. You don't have to love the prophets. You don't have to love Buddha. You don't have to love any of these sacred deities that have come before us. But you do have to learn how to love the God within you. And when you recognize and love and honor the God within you, you're going to love and recognize the God within each and every other individual. It doesn't have to be organized religion. Religion is something that you do dutifully. Some people get drunk religiously. Isn't that right? They fight religiously.
Sure do.
But spirituality is recognizing your connection with something higher than yourself. You got to get away from my water.
Yeah, the cat trying to get your water.
Look, mister, you better go.
I can pin down and see there the cat. The cat gone.
He gone.
Yeah, the cat's gone. Yeah, so but that is hard for people to grasp, because most of us, although we don't attend church, we don't go to Sunday school every Sunday, we have a cursory knowledge of organized religion. Mm-hmm. So it's a person like you, a spiritual advisor, comes to the masses with something that's not organized religion, it freaks people out.
Actually, you know, more and more people are waking up and seeking. You know, I noticed that since you have been placing our interviews on YouTube.
You've been on for a few years now.
People have been calling, and I mean, I have young kids calling from college. And they don't want a reading, they just want to talk. They just want you to listen, and they just really want to run certain things by you. What do you think about this? And this is what's been happening to me. They are waking up, and the younger they are, I have little bitty kids, this little in my teaching center, and they know the affirmations and decrees better than the old folks. And they know how to purport themselves. They carry themselves in a way that commands respect. It's how you carry yourself. You don't allow yourself to be put in a position where you can be disrespected. And that's not walking through the club and somebody step on your foot. I don't mean that. I mean, if you know who you are and you know whose you are, you don't have to be arrogant. You don't have to be ostentatious. You don't even have to be aggressive. People just automatically recognize that energy in you that comes from you, and they will respect you. Where you give respect, you'll receive respect. And it doesn't have anything to do with how much tithes you pay. It doesn't have anything to do with how often you go to church, synagogue, teaching center, mosque, or whatever it is that other people do. You do what you do. Because I've always been taught that the temple of God is within you. And this is where you meet God, in your heart. If you can't meet him in your heart, you're not going to find him in any structured building.
You're right. Now let's go with this respect. Cause and out here in the hood, and we is in the hood. This
I wouldn't admit that, but now I do.
But you know what I'm saying. But you like, people remember the old movie. It's an old movie now. The Matrix. You like the lady in the Matrix. I mean, they went in the apartment building, looked like the projects to see the Oracle. So you are the Oracle.
That's right.
And so I'm talking to the Oracle. So let's talk about this respect. See, people fight in the hood. Because I'm in the segregated African American community. So this is what I know. We beat each other up. We argue and cuss because we felt disrespected. You trying to target me. You disrespecting me. But like you said, why are you so hung up on somebody respecting you when you don't respect yourself? You don't carry yourself in a respectful manner, then you want somebody to respect you. It don't work that way, does it?
No, it doesn't. How can you expect somebody to respect you? First of all, our young people, with your drawers hanging down to your knees.
That's right.
The crack of your behind showing.
Right. That's right.
And you got on colors representing something,
right.
People and folks. Ain't no people, ain't no folks, it's just us. They have set you up, and you have believed the hype. You are out here standing on the corner, defending a corner that ain't yours, selling poison to your community that's going to kill them, and you want respect. You don't even know who you are. The first thing any religion philosophy teaches is know thyself. If you know yourself, you'll pull your drawers up. If you know yourself, you will not allow someone else to tell you what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. Because if you continue to let the mob tell you what to do, when to do it, and how to do it, then you're going to be at the county jail, and they're going to be telling you what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. You've got to know who you are, recognize your worth, because you are priceless. You are a wonderful individualization of the all that is. And once you recognize who you are, you will be able to exude that energy that commands respect. It doesn't have anything to do with education. I know people who don't have a high school diploma, who are CEOs and CFOs of big companies, and who are spiritually aware, and they've gotten that way through integrity and honesty, not through brute force.
And it's also, it seems like, I could be wrong, it's a lack of love. I think a lot of people are angry. You see them on the bus stop, they call you up, you see them on TV, you know, we roll through here, you see just so much anger, and I think it's a lack of love.
It is. And you know, love is who and what we are. But if you don't know that, if you don't know yourself, then you don't know that you're loved. And, you know, people...
But the people, I'm saying, people want somebody, I don't feel love until you love me. Until you know, so I know that you love me, you like me, I cannot love myself.
You know, and people, they have this misconception about divine laws or universal laws, you know. You don't have to know the law for it to affect you. You can't see the law, but it affects you. If you know the law of gravity, you don't have to believe in it, but go out there and jump off a roof, you're going to fall down. But love and the law, love is law. But you've got to realize that we live on a physical plane. We're still living in a dimension that is not completely perfected yet. And what you put out, you're not necessarily going to get it back from the person that you sent it to. The law says for every action, there's an opposite but equal reaction. So people have been hurt by friends, by family, by lovers. They've loved people and then they got rejected or they got misused or abused. So then their hearts get hard and they don't want to love anybody else. They don't want to show their affection because they don't want to be vulnerable. They don't want to be hurt. They don't want, you know, so then they become tough. They become, you know, they set up this big barrier in front of them and they don't allow love to come in, but they don't realize that love is a magnet. You know, through the law of attraction, love will bring to you everything that you are requiring to have a happy life. And love is also the most protective shield there is.